Oh, there it goes again. Hold on. There we go. Okay, let me get it all set up again. Okay, I think we're set. I'm going to give everybody just a minute. There have been a couple requests to do a little bit of every day, what I do every day. So I thought I would just do a quick video, and then if you have questions, you can ask if anybody joins us. I know it's not a great time. It's like in the middle of the day. But I wanted to just show you sort of the products that I use, and I slowly have been transitioning to Senegence, some Senegence products. As you guys know, I've shared, I've got eczema that I'm constantly plagued with, and so I introduced products very slowly. Hi Mia, great to see you. So I thought I would just show you the products that I use, and like I don't know if anybody else knows. So I started using the products in April, and slowly have sort of added products to the list. And in that time, I have noticed a difference in my skin. And I don't know if anybody else can notice, but I can notice, so that's really all that matters. And what I've noticed is I'm 43, well, I'm 42. I will be 43 in April, so I feel like I'm almost 43. And I feel like I have a pretty good skin, with the exception of my eczema. And so, hi Erin. And so I thought I would show you what I use, and then if you have questions, feel free to ask. So in the morning, so I wash my face at night usually, and I usually don't wash it in the morning as well with anything, because I'm so dry. But then what I do if I take a shower and my face is wet is I use, well, the first thing I use, I should go back. The first thing I use, my little tripod stays up, is Climate Control. Climate Control is just a product. It's an anti-aging moisturizer, and you activate it when it comes. You like shake it up. You're waiting in line to pick up a kid. Great. And so you shake it up to activate it, and then you spray it. It's a anti-aging moisturizer. So I just spray it on my face. Oh. Kind of shocked me. It's nice and cool, and then what you do is you seal it in with whatever moisturizer you want to use. And I have not switched moisturizers yet, because again, I'm slowly adding products. So then I just seal it with moisturizer, so that will then lock in the moisture. The other thing at night that I use is I use the Nangi oil. And this is, you use a very little amount, and you just squirt. It actually is kind of thick. You might have to warm it up like in your hand, but it comes from the Nangi nut, and it is fantastic. It's my favorite product we sell. I take a little, I put it on my fingertips, I rub it in. It's an oil, but it's not greasy. So I actually can put this under my makeup as well. And then the other product I use is the Cinnamon Serum C at bedtime as well. This helps with dark spots. It helps with your overall skin tone and skin renewal. So all of our products, makeup and everything, has what we call the Cinnamon serums, or I'm sorry, the Cineplex complex. It is an enzyme that replenishes or refreshes your skin cells 23% faster. So even when you're wearing the makeup, you're actually renewing your skin cells 23% faster. So I just thought I'd show you. I haven't put on my makeup yet, and I have to go to an 8th grade showcase tonight for Tegan, so I thought I better get ready, because I gotta go do that here pretty soon. So what I use, hi Patty, is I use the Make Sense foundation. The other thing you can use is the color correcting tinted moisturizer. So if you need to sort of even out your skin tone, you can use this only, or you can use this and then use the foundation over the top. It also has a moisturizer in it, and it has the Cineplex complex. So I'm just going to use the foundation, and then I use a little bit of pearlizer what I do is I do like a little squirt on here, like a little half squirt of each. And I put them on the cap. And then what I do, I should show you this too, these pumps. So I'm the person who has to get everything out of the bottle. This is my lip balm. Like I cut off the bottom and then I scrape it out of there so I can get every lasting ounce. I don't have to do that with these products because they have a pump at the bottom and you're gonna get every ounce that you paid for, which is really nice. So I put my my little half pumps there, and then what I use is I just use like a flat stippling brush and I just mix it in here. And then I just apply it. Just sort of put it on here on my face. And then I just stipple it in and try and get some good coverage. Sort of has a at-home airbrushed effect, so it doesn't get real, and I never wore foundation because I don't like anything thick on my face. So that's what I do, and that's all there is to it. So gives me some better coverage. So I do that, and then I come back in and I use our Shadow Sense, and I use Mocha. So the next thing I do is I have our Mocha, and I do a couple of little, I don't do much contouring at all, but I just put a couple of dots here, a couple of dots here, a couple of dots here, and then I just put that so I get a little bit of a cheek definition. And then with my fingers, so the Shadow Sense, so not much, but just a little bit of contouring. Our Shadow Sense is a cream to powder, so you can apply it with a brush, you can apply it with your fingers, you can apply it with whatever you feel like it, which is kind of nice. It also has the Cineplex complex in it, so it is going to be renewing your skin cells as you wear that as well. So you can use concealer under your eyes, so I have some of that, or you can use our Shadow Sense for that as well. So I take a little bit of Candlelight. So when I travel, I don't like to travel with much, and so I will just bring my Shadow Sense and I use it as concealer. So I just put that underneath my eyes a little bit. Sorry, the lighting's not fantastic. Then I also put Candlelight on my lids. So with ours, again, it's cream to powder, so you use a very little amount. This will cover my whole eye, and I could use a brush, and you have about 20 to 30 seconds to set until this sets. So our Shadow Sense is all it is all budge proof, smudge proof. Hi Melanie. Budge proof, smudge proof, and it's not going to go anywhere. Actually, Melanie just joined us and she just bought a bunch of Shadow Sense that I think she's enjoying. But once it sets, you have about 20 to 30 seconds. Then it's just like the lip sense. It's not going to go anywhere until you take it off. Okay, so I did my foundation. I did a little bit of contouring under my cheekbone. I did a little bit on my nose. I put some Candlelight under my eyes and then also on my eyes. And now I'm just going to use a bit of our powder, and you just pound this. I hit it on my counter, and then put some foundation on, or put some powder on, and that helps set your foundation. And then I'm not going to wear any blush today, but if I did want to use some blush, I use our Blush Sense, which is also a liquid, and you just put the tiniest 2 little dots. Maybe I'll do that. I'll just do that after I show you the bronzer. I'm going to use the bronzing, and I'll just put that underneath here. And I usually, sometimes like for days, I just don't use anything else. That's all I have. But if I wanted to use some of this blush, what I would do is shake it. And then seriously, the tiniest amount. Okay, so I just put like that much on my finger. I mean, there's barely any on there. And then I just put a little here, and then I just brush it out. And again, this sets in about 20 to 30 seconds, so that's all there is to it. Then for every day, I don't do much. So I used Candlelight on my lid. I think it's sold out right now, but you could also use Sandstone Pearl as well. They're very close. You can see how close they are in color or in shade. So then I'm going to use a little bit of garnet. So this is garnet. And I'm just going to take the tiniest amount. And I personally like to use this little tiny brush. It's kind of a stiff brush to put it on here, because you need so little. So you can see I'm just putting the tiniest amount there. I really should use my mirror. And then I just take this fluffy brush and I just blend it out. And that's all I do. For today, I don't need to do much more than that. So again, use the tiniest amount. If I wanted to go back in, I could put more on there. So, easy peasy. Then, what I usually put up on my brow bone is Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. And I just put that up at the top. And again, you don't need much. So I just put a little bit up here and a little bit up there. All of these will last you a really, really long time. And again, I have about 20 to 30 seconds to sort of blend this in. And that's all there is to it. I have an eczema patch there, so the powder doesn't spread as nicely as I would like it to, but that's all there is to it. And now, again, after 20 to 30 seconds, this sets and it'll be here all day. So, and then I come in with just a little bit of mocha again, and I just put a little bit in my eyebrows. I have pretty good eyebrows, so I had them tattooed a while back, and then I also, I wasn't a huge, I didn't wax them a ton when I was in high school or college. I just went with what I had, so I still have pretty good eyebrows. Okay, so I just sort of fill them in a little bit. And again, I'm using Shadow Sense. So I used Shadow Sense under my eyes. I used it for my eyes, I used it for my eyebrows, and last but not least, you can also use the Onyx for liner, and I would use the same brush. It's like a little angled brush, and I have my eyeliner tattooed, but if I wanted to add a little bit extra, I would just tap this. Can you see that? Tap it there, and then I would just do my eyeliner. I'm not going to do that today, but you could use Shadow Sense for that as well. So really, Shadow Sense is your friend because you can use it for just about everything. So just to review, I used Make Sense foundation and a little bit of pearlizer, and I mixed them on the top of my lid. And then I used a little bit of Mocha Java to sort of contour underneath my cheekbones, and a little bit on my nose and in my eyebrows, and that's Shadow Sense. Then I used our powders. I used our regular translucent powder and then our bronzer powder, and the bronzer powder is kind of what I used for most of my blush. I did go back and add a little bit of terracotta blush, and then I used Candlelight, Garnet, and Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. Just has a little bit of a shimmer up by of my brows. So that's kind of my everyday look. Not a ton of makeup. Pretty simple. And then I would just finish it with mascara if my mascara was here, but because I have a 12-year-old and I have a 14-year-old, it appears that someone took my mascara and did not return it. Like, this is surprising. So I'm gonna have to go find the mascara, the Lash Sense. I really, really love the Lash Sense. I have really sensitive skin, and most mascara I can't wear, and this I can wear, and it doesn't go anywhere. So again, let's just test this. Doesn't come off, just like the lip scent, so it'll be there all day. And if I had mascara, I'd show you that too. Okay, so now I just need to do my lip scents for the day. Gotta decide if I'm gonna do, so my lips have been a little bit not staying quite as I like them to, so hold on here real quick. I'm gonna use Witch Hazel today. When you're using lip scents, you just want to make sure you have clean and dry lips. And so I'm going to use a little bit of Witch Hazel. I still have lip scents on there from last night, so if I just used water, it probably would not stay as well. Okay, so wipe my lips clean and then make sure they dry. And I thought I'd use two colors today. I'm going to use Berry to sort of line my lip and maybe do one layer. And then I'm going to go over it with Praline Rose, which is a new color for me. I haven't opened that one yet, so today I'm opening that. So once my lips are dry, I'm going to just shake up my lip scents. Got a little too much there. So there's one layer of Berry. And then I'm going to do two layers of Praline Rose, which is that color. Really pretty. I haven't tried it yet, so let's see. Here's one. There's one. Okay, let's do the last one. There's two. So that's a total of three. I did one layer of Berry, and then I did a layer of Praline Rose. I think I'm going to do one more. Okay, so I'm going to let those dry. Let that dry a little bit. And then I'm going to top it with Glossy. And you'll see right here, I sort of went out the line. So if you go outside the line, when you, see if I can find it. When you purchased your lip scents, you got an oops remover. That's what you use this for. But here's the deal. You don't want to get your, that oil back in your lip scent. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and gloss. And this gloss is broken. I lost the cap to it, so it's a little gooey. Bit of a mess. So you want to go ahead and gloss. I don't even think the lid screws on. Okay, so you want to gloss, and then you take your remover and you fix. So I can go back. And just fix that spot. And I'm all set. Okay, so that's what I do That's what I do on a daily basis. It's pretty easy. Some days I wear a little bit more makeup than that, but this is a daily routine. So any questions? Do you guys have any questions? About lip sense, about shadow sense? There's a bit of a delay, so I'm just going to give you a minute or so. I like this color. That's fun. Any questions? Okay, no questions. I'm going to hop off. So have a great day. And if you do have any questions, feel free to post them here and I will, I'll answer them. Have a great day, guys. Bye.